All right, welcome back to Dr. Shumway's kitchen. Today we're making overnight oats. First thing you're gonna need is a jar. So if you're gonna do yourself a favor, I'd get a wide mouth jar. If you're cheap like me, just use like a pasta sauce container. It's fine, it all works the same. If you have a narrow lid, just stick a piece of paper or something in there, act like a funnel. All right, so you're gonna start with about a half a cup of oats. Oats is a delicious and healthy whole grain. So we're gonna get lots of good nutrients out of oats. About 11 grams of protein in that half a cup right there. All right, next ingredient up on our list, we got chia seeds. So you'll notice here we have some milled chia seeds. I'm gonna use about a fourth of a cup, or about half as much as the oats what you put in. Now that's actually quite a lot if you look at the serving size on here. But the reason I love adding chia seeds is because it has tons and tons of fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and it also has lignans, things that are really good for our heart health. Alternatively, you can use flax seeds. The major difference is that flax actually has a lot more phytoestrogens. So especially if you are a postmenopausal female, for example, experiencing hot flashes, flax seeds can be amazing for that. There was a study that showed that 3 tablespoons of flax seeds was about equivalent to estrogen replacement therapy as far as its ability to decrease the frequency of hot flashes. But we're going to go with the chia. All right. So next up, we got the flavorings. So 2 of my favorites to add are cocoa powder and cinnamon. So there's a lot to be said about different types of cocoa powder, different cinnamon. I'm just going to say they're all pretty similar. Both of them have very strong anti-inflammatory properties. One of the things you'll hear about different types of cinnamon is that Saigon cinnamon has a type of toxin in there called coumarin. It's not bad as long as you're using it in small amounts. So as long as you're keeping it less than a teaspoon a day, you're fine. The Saigon actually has a stronger flavor and more antioxidant properties though. So it's also just cheaper and easier to find. So don't worry too much about the differences between different types. Just do what tastes delicious. And you don't have to limit yourself to these ones. You can go with nutmeg, you could go with cloves, you could try all kinds of different spices, whatever spices you want to throw in there that taste delicious to you and feel like they feed your body. Next up, we're going to add something to make it sweet. Now you'll see a lot of recipes online using sugars and maple syrup and all these things, but my favorite sweetener is Nature's Candy berries. So just find a berry mix, something that's got things that you love in it. Berries are great just because they do have a little bit of fiber as well, and they're very, very full of antioxidants. This one that I picked has some wild blueberries, so the smaller the berries and the darker the color, typically the more polyphenols it's going to have, the better it is for your heart. So grab our berries, I'll chuck those in there too. All right, now the last ingredient is going to be the milk. So we have lots of different options for milks now. It's not just the stuff that comes out of a cow. So I do love plant milk, so there's a couple of options I like. This is an almond milk that has some added soy protein, and this one is a flax milk that has some added pea protein. I like the ones that have added protein, especially if I work out in the mornings. You get a little bit of extra building blocks to build back the muscles that you're breaking down. Altogether, that actually makes a very protein-rich meal. So if you count up the oats and the chia seeds and the milk, you end up getting almost 30 grams of protein in these things. So what we're going to do, we're going to take, I guess we'll use the almond milk with soy today, and we're going to just fill that up right up to above the berries. And then my favorite part, we get to shake it. And that's how you make overnight oats. Enjoy!